Hello again and welcome to another episode of Terraria. Okay, a few things are going to be different from this and all the other videos. This video is actually being done in 1.2.0.3, where my most recent videos, the number 38, the end, was done in 0.2. I'm having to redo this video because, well, long story short, I apparently somehow, I was uploading it to YouTube and then accidentally deleted it. I was just kind of clearing out because I had 10 videos, so deleted it and went to go restore it, and now YouTube won't accept it, and I tried to open it and change the name and all that, and apparently I somehow corrupted it by deleting it while YouTube was trying to steal it from me. So, yeah, I'm just going to redo it. Instead of trying to deal with all that, I'm just going to redo it because it wasn't exactly anything big. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now, I have all the keys. I'm just going to be opening the chests. I'm going to be opening the first 4 in this world, and then I'm transferring over to... One moment. Sorry about that. Just got to turn my phone on silent. I'm going to open the first 4, and then I'm going to transfer over to another world for the Crimson. If you notice, I already have 4 of the in my inventory. I have them, I've been using them, but I originally had recorded a video where I had gotten them and all that, but like I said, I gotta redo it. And this time, this video will be dedicated only to this, whereas the other one actually had some other stuff in it. So let's start with Frost. See here, normal chest, except, hey, look, a staff. Actually, that might be better than my staff. Huh. Gonna loot all those. And I'm gonna take the chests because I like the way these chests look. They're kind of glamorous. They're like, yeah, you have to do, seriously, to get the keys. The first time I got the keys, it took me probably a combined 18 hours. The second time, it only took me about 8 hours combined to get all of them. 8 hours. But I knew how to do it this time. Okay, now for corruption. I got... that's about what that... Yeah, that's about the same as in exactly. But again... And hey, I got a suspicious eye. Let's see. Skip. Now we're going to the jungle. And it has the piranha gun. This is the one I'm not using currently. Because it's a ranged weapon. I actually wasn't using the, rainbow gun. I had that out for a specific enemy, and I just never put it up. Yeah, be free. Okay. Now we're gonna go in here for the hollow. Yes, I have gone through and gotten them all out. Or figured out, not gotten them out, but figured out where they were. Huh, murderous. A little better than... It's a little about the same. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is transfer worlds, because in order to open the Crimson chest, which was the Crimson key, you need to be in a world with Crimson. And since this one had corruption, it doesn't have Crimson. So give me a moment. I'm going to kill the video. It's just going to go black, but you're still going to hear my voice while I transfer over the worlds. I'm doing this because I have some things in planning, and I don't really want you to see the names of my stuff. Anyway. So, one thing about this new patch that is kind of interesting is they changed the way bosses work. In order to get the hard mode dungeon stuff, you actually have to beat Plantera. But I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. I built this house into the dungeon because of this meteorite. As you can kind of see here, this little wall, I actually had my house here, built into this, and meteorite came down and screwed it over, because meteorite's a dick. But no big deal. Oh no, it's all the way over there. I dug straight, pretty much straight down to it, just so when I came through to do this, I just have to go, hey, look, I fall. I'm gonna go ahead and summon my pygmy. Said summon my pygmy. Oh, I apparently accidentally moved over a little bit. No big. underwater. Okay. And Blood Moon. Seriously? Here's the corruption chest. As you can see, the corruption chest is red. Or crimson, sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and loot that. I'm going to go back up to the top. Now, I have all of the items. That one's keen. Mine has forceful. Mine's better. I forgot to pick up its box, but I'll come back and do that later. First off, I'm going to show you what these items do. So, let me get away from these meteor heads a little bit. Actually, no, the meteor heads be perfect for this. Okay. So, let's start with the ones I have equipped. My forceful vampire knives, the ones I picked up, were keen vampiric knives. They do a little bit of damage. Let me get rid of my pygmy. They do a little bit of damage. It says 30, but as you can see, well, apparently it does do 30 against normal mobs. It's a lot weaker. They actually, like, my knives actually were up in, like, the 45 in the next video. When I did my boss killing Palooza, they were hitting much harder, and they used to heal 10%. Now they heal 5%, from what I can, at least from what I can tell. They're still very powerful. It's a multi-attack, and it's extremely fast. You put a speed mod would probably be best, although forceful is nice on them because it does give them a decent amount of knockback. But a speed would probably be a little bit more beneficial because you get healed for every single knife that makes contact, or at least you should. Let's actually find out. Yeah, as you can see, the first one healed me for 5, the second one healed me for 2. So apparently each subsequential knife, is that the word I'm looking for, heals less. But yeah, all in all, very nice weapon for taking out hordes of small enemies. Very much similar to the next one. This is the Zealous Scourge of the Corruption, or Scourge of the Corruptor. I got the same one twice. This weapon is very interesting because it shoots out and then it splits apart. So, as you can see, it shoots out a single like spear javelin thingy, which will then split apart and become tiny little corruptors, which will home into your enemies. I'm going to get away from them for a moment so I can show you. One thing about it is, if you notice, I have the blue and red flames on my weapons. The blue flame is frostbite from my chest. My tiny little corruptors don't have frostbite until they go to home in. They do still have their flame, but yeah. This is a very useful item because with the flame you can use it to, well, I'll show you here. This room's a little bit dark, and just couple of flames, fill up the entire room, and they home in so they clear out all the enemies that are in it. Let's move over to what was in the ice chest. We have a superior staff here. The one we picked up was ferocious, actually does more damage, has a bigger knockback, but it's increased mana cost. Never mind, I thought it was decreased. This summons a small dragon. This dragon does summon damage. It's a new type of damage which is done by the pygmies. You can upgrade that by wearing the tiki armor. So yeah. One thing is, we also are getting banners, so banners are cool. Okay, so let's move on to the next. The rainbow gun. This one's demonic. My old one was demonic. My new one is murderous. Murderous would probably be better if I was wearing my specter armor, but since I'm wearing normal, I'm going to... One moment, let me summon him into a wall. You can summon him into walls as a light source, but he can't attack from within the walls. So I'm going to summon the rainbow gun now. It's a very heavy mana cost, so unless you're wearing magic armor, I don't suggest it. But it shoots out a rainbow. This rainbow is persistent and causes damage constantly. So it's very great for... Most of these items aren't exactly top tier, but they're very great for taking out hordes of small enemies. As you can see, zombies can't even walk through it. Meteor heads can't walk through it. The one I don't use is the piranha gun. I'm gonna put this up instead of my rainbow gun for now, just so it's in my hotkey so you don't have that big thing. The piranha guns are ranged attack, so it's range damage similar to a bullet, an arrow, or an explosive. I'm not exactly sure which one it is because that does matter for the Smorite armor. So I'm not sure which one of those it is, but... So let's see here. Piranha gun. You shoot a piranha. That was a little bit fast, so let's try that again. The piranha will bounce between enemies, but you have to hold down the button. Let's see if I can find anything. Actually, I picked up a couple of eyes, so I'm going to summon an Eye of Cthulhu, so I can kind of show off the piranha gun's primary stats. Okay, as you can see, the piranha gun stays on a singular target as long as you hold down the button. So, yeah, you can continuously damage, then just let go, so that you, like with something like that, you let go so you don't kill him inside a wall. If you hit a target, it will home into the next target, but if you do not make contact with the first target, it will just fire and forget to be hit by you. I have Cthulhu Trophy. No, I already have like a dozen of those. So it's very good at taking out small groups of big enemies if you have mobility, because you can stay away from them, or large groups of small enemies, because it will hunt them down. As long as you're holding your mouse, it will hunt them down and devour their souls. I think that's about it. Yeah. So, I'm not going to get into the patch notes. This episode is being done redundantly. It will be named episode 37 because it is replacing episode 37, although it is being recorded after episode 38. I'm doing this for numbers reasons, not for anything else. But yeah, have a nice day, and I hope you enjoyed my short little grab and explain of all of the items. Have fun.